The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Hard. Ready? Let's get it together.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Let's go. Here we go. Ready? 54. Mike, 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, alert.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Linval Joseph with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Let's go.
comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Play fake. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a mullet in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 27, Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 73 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about that?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. 78 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, 1 play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now out comes Minnesota. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now whistles in a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, what a move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Here we go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? I got it.
Garoppolo on 1st down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. On play action. Now Garoppolo. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Bring up 48. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hatchet.
from the gun. Here's Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. To return is Taylor. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
65. Right there, 54.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, box truck.
Cousins now. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, D.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Here we go. Ready? Right there. 54 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
To throw is Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Let's get this.
Garoppolo to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
White. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.